Money FM 89.3. Best of Friday Night Live. Friday Night Fibbing.
Okay, it's the moment you've been waiting for, Friday Night Fibbing. You're here with me, Dan Koh, and Humphreys on the Friday Night Live. The scores are no longer even. The scores in my favor. I believe it's 11-10 to my favor, and that's because I beat Neil in his previous Friday Night Fibbing podcast about his shark story.
Yeah.
That was easily caught on.
I've got a new system now.
Yeah.
I'm just going to flip a coin.
Okay.
Because with your stories, I have literally no idea, folks. So I will need your help. So listen to whatever nonsense he comes up with and WhatsApp me suggestions, questions and views. Remember the number 88550893 because I guarantee what comes out of his mouth in the next 30 seconds will be utter nonsense. Dan, over to you.
Is it true or is it Friday Night Fibbing? Neil Humphreys, this is my story. So we're going down south to Australia. And there was one time I was visiting my sister and she decided to bring me to the zoo. And at the zoo, we saw a lot of cute animals from koala bears to, I think it was like penguins and stuff like that.
Yeah. They're not bears, but I'll let you off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was this open area where we could feed the kangaroos who were just jumping around and hopping around wild, right?
That's true.
And so we bought like a couple of these little snacks for them.
Also true.
And, I was about to feed them until one of them squared up against me. So that was when I nearly had to fight a kangaroo. Because he tried to kick me like this,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my story.
Very good. What do you think, folks? WhatsApp 88550893. Dan was in Australia with his sister, went into a kangaroo exhibit.
Sanctuary
in a zoo, and was feeding the kangaroos, and one tried to stand up and fight him, box him.
He tried to square up against me because I wasn't giving him enough food.
All right, let's go through this.
Okay.
How old were you?
I was about 17, 18 years old.
And this was when your sister was studying there, working there?
Yeah, this was when my sister was working there already.
So this was Melbourne?
No, this was, I believe
Brisbane.
it was in Brisbane, yeah.
Okay. And it was a zoo or a sanctuary? I know it sounds pretentious, but there's a bit of a difference in
I think it's
Australia.
a zoo, yeah. It's a zoo from what I remember.
But they had an open enclosure.
So they had a lot of enclosures around.
Of kangaroos.
Like from kangaroos to koalas and tons of other animals out there.
And who were you with?
I was just with my sister, just the two of us, because I was there. I had time to, visit her since I had a free track for that month.
Yeah.
And plus, my sister was, happy to bring me around because I think it's been like a couple of years since I visited her. So I thought it would be nice to just spend some brother-sister time alone.
Now, I've seen many, many kangaroos.
Yep.
I saw some last week. It's very rare that they even get that close to fight you. Now, in an enclosure, it's different. Because you're invited to feed them.
Exactly.
It's very different, so I get that. But even then, they're quite docile. They're quite used to human interactions. Very rare for them to stand up and fight. But then again, it's you, Dan Koh.
Yeah.
And you're a feisty little so-and-so. And you're a cheeky so-and-so.
I like to tease the kangaroos.
So what did you do to antagonise this wonderful native beast, beautiful animal of Australia? What did you do?
So when we entered the enclosure, I had a bag of, I don't know what you call them, treats, I guess. So all the kangaroos just started swarming around me, hoping, begging for food, right? And just hoping for me to feed them. And a couple of them came over. I think they were joeys, just relatively smaller ones. And there was a bigger one that came over and hopped over. And he was about to snatch the food from the younger ones, the smaller ones. And what I did was, as he was about to grab from my hand, like with his, because he wanted to lean forward and like take a bite out of the treats from my hand, right? I just pulled my hand back and I teased him like this. Just waved my fist in front of him with the treats.
You were 17, not 5.
Yeah, 17, 18, yeah. I was just like messing around with the kangaroo like this. And then the kangaroo would spend the next, I think 5 to 10 seconds just looking at me trying to figure out what this guy was doing. And then the kangaroo just took a step back and he started to square up and just step forward. And he was bouncing on the spot. And I was like, oh, okay, I gotta hold back. And that was when the zookeeper or the person in charge had to come forward and be like, okay, wait, you don't want to do this to the kangaroos, okay? You don't tease them for food because they can get quite aggressive. So that was when I held myself back. I got a bit scared for my life because the kangaroo was like, I mean, I'm not tall. The kangaroo was almost my height. If not, I think it was slightly
It would
taller.
have been bigger.
Yeah.
The kangaroos could be taller than me.
So it was quite intimidating because I was holding the bag of food and that guy wanted to eat, but I just wouldn't feed him because I felt like, I wanted to feed the smaller ones instead.
When they stand tall on their hind
it's
legs,
scary,
they could be taller than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't that big.
It sounds true.
Yeah.
But then again, you've got this great way of double bluffing me.
Of course.
Rob, who is in Australia and knows a thing or two about kangaroos, he says it's true.
Yep.
We've got a message from David, I think it is. Hello, David.
Hi, David.
David Wong.
Yeah.
He says it has happened many times before, so
Yeah.
it's not new. The question is whether it fought Dan. Based on probabilities, I would say true. It's not an uncommon occurrence, this
It's
kind of thing.
happened before, yeah.
So you didn't actually fight it. So what happened?
No. So it was about to fight me. And from the videos I've seen online, normally what people do is they put their hands on the chest of the kangaroos just to keep them, from kicking you, right? Because I understand that kangaroos like to rely on their tails as support and just kick you like that.
That is true.
Right? And so as he was getting into the stance, I was lucky enough to have the zookeeper or that person in charge just around the corner just to keep watch of whatever's happening in the enclosure, right? So he ran over and I was at least 2 to 3 meters away from getting kicked by the kangaroo. And I almost ran for my life because I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. And my sister was at the corner just laughing at me. And I was begging for the zookeeper to help me. And I almost wanted to just throw the food at the kangaroo, but I thought that didn't work. So, yeah.
So hang on, let's go back a step. You said about putting your hand out. You put a hand out towards the kangaroo.
I thought it would be a good idea for me to put my hand out.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't. Because I didn't dare. Because I thought, considering how big the kangaroo was.
So the zookeeper, hang on a minute. So this zookeeper, this Clark Kent Superman zookeeper.
He ran from the corner.
He must have ran like the Flash to get there that fast. If you're just a meter away, a kangaroo could have attacked you in milliseconds.
Of course, yeah.
And you're saying this Flash-like zookeeper emerged like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible and suddenly appeared quick enough to step between you and the kangaroo.
To save me, yes.
In less time, they would have taken a kangaroo to step forward one stride and give you a pummeling.
So here's the thing, right?
Here's the thing.
I had the food in my hand and I closed it in my fist and I shove it in front of the kangaroo's face, right? It took the kangaroo about a good 5 to 10 seconds to process what I was doing until he realized that I was like a threat to him. And I think during that process, when I was doing that, the zookeeper had already seen me doing that action.
Okay.
And then he was like, okay, that's not good. He ran forward, and in fact, he shouted at me, stop that! I was actually scolded for that.
Now, we have to make this clear. It has to be entirely true or entirely false.
Yes.
There cannot be bits of the story that are true, all right?
There was part of the rule, I think I missed it out. Rules and regulations got to follow as you're feeding the kangaroos, right? One of them was not to tease the kangaroo and just to feed them when they wanted to,
Fujiren
and
says...
I missed that out completely.
Backhanded compliment, but Fujiren says, Neil, go with true. I doubt Dan is so creative to be able to think of fighting a kangaroo as a bluff. So he's saying you're not very smart, basically. It must be true.
What is wrong with this situation?
Must have happened to him, knowing how cheeky and naughty. That part I believe. You are a cheeky so-and-so.
I'm cheeky, yeah.
All of our stories have told us you're very cheeky.
Yeah.
James says, Neil, go for it. If he was teasing, it may provoke. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He's very good at this,
I'm good at provoking animals, by the way.
Rob is still sticking with the true. Someone has changed their mind. David says, I changed my mind. Dan's story is too elaborate. He is lying.
I have to be, right, to give you the full details.
I am kind of leaning that way. All right, I'm going to wrap this up.
It's the truth.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It could be. It's every aspect of it.
Yeah.
I'm overthinking this again.
Yep.
Every aspect of it could be truthful.
Yeah.
But I can't believe, and I'm giving you credit here, unlike Fujiren, I can't believe a near 18-year-old man would childishly provoke a kangaroo.
Why wouldn't I?
Even knowing you're as cheeky as you are.
I'm helping you here. It's
I know
the
how
truth.
cheeky you are.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm probably wrong. I'm going with
Listen to the listeners, Neil.
Friday Night Fibbing.
You
I'm
lock
going
in?
with Friday Night Fibbing.
After everyone's track record, you sure you're going to go against it?
No, I'm never sure, Dad. I'm never sure with you.
Well, then.
I'm 12-10 down. I need this. So
Oh, is it 12-10?
it's 12-10.
Oh, okay.
It's
I like
12-10. So it's got to be Friday Night Fibbing. And do not lie, right?
No,
It's got to be Friday Night Fibbing. Come on.
Okay. All right. The time when I was in Australia and I was, in the enclosure of the kangaroos feeding them. And the statement that I said that I almost square up with the kangaroo was indeed Friday Night
Yes.
Fibbing.
Yes.
And your face, Pushiran, what do you say? Not creative enough?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, wait.
Yes.
I was nice to the kangaroos, okay?
Yes, I knew.
In fact, I had a bond with the kangaroo because, like,
Yes.
I fed, like, this one particular kangaroo so much, it placed its paws on my hand, and it was, like, just licking the food off my hands.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'm back in the game.
It's too simple of a
back
story. Oh,
in
my
the game.
goodness.
Great story. Great outcome. I am back in the game.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.